What is going on, guys? What's going on? We're gonna start in a couple just more minutes. Just waiting for some people to get on. But how was everybody's trading day so far? Is anybody in any trades? Gold, GJ, Euro. Anybody take any trades this morning? Somebody said, lost my gold buy, won my gold sell. I'm excited for the class we're doing, by the way, today. It is going to be on time sequence. It's an amazing strategy that we have set up with all the different time sequence strategies there. Just the gold one you sent. Crypto is too crazy for me still, waiting to see where BTC and ETH are going to go. Did anybody take a gold sell today? Press 1. All my new people, press 1. So who's in profit for that gold trade? Press 1 if you're in profit, 1 if you're in profit. Awesome. How many pips are you guys in profit? How many pips are you guys in profit? Where did everybody sell at? 200. No, that's how much dollars you are in profit. For all my new people, how many pips are you? How many points? 35. And put your entries. Where did you enter? Where did you enter? Let's see. 1771 actually. So price went down from 75, 77 to 76, 75, 74, 73, 72, 71. We got almost 71 points. 60 points. Who's up on that trade? Entry 1776. Yeah, you guys are up 60 pips the most, right? I believe. I'm still holding the trade until I think that there could be a sell-off until 1763 even, because price is coming out of that range. If you guys go to your chart and you look at that range, which, okay, we're almost maxed at 40 people. Just want to make sure everyone gets on because I don't want to get ahead of everybody. And then we have to repeat this same thing. So apologies. But in the meantime, we are in profit. So today's strategy is going to be a little bit different, guys. We're going to be going over time sequence, as I said before, where everything is... I'll stay in as long as you do it. You can do whatever you want. You don't have to stay in as long as I do. But time sequence, which is an amazing part of the 5-day course, one of the best parts, actually, in mastering the strategy.
Hi, guys. We must have lost Dimitri.
No, I'm still here. We're just waiting for one more.
I think he's waiting for one more person. Cameron? Okay, I'll check that, Cameron.
All right, guys, I'm getting ready to pull up my screen. Can't wait for the other person, but about to pull up my screen. So everyone pull up XAUUSD. Can everybody see my screen? Give me 1 second. If you can't, let me just switch from Zoom. Apologies, guys, for that. Just trying to bring up my screen really quickly. Okay, I was connected to the wrong thing. Let me. Okay. See if it comes up. Can everyone see it now? Everyone could see the trading view screen?
And guys, we will give you the extra 10 minutes.
Yeah, don't worry. Get the extra 10 minutes. Can you guys see the trading view screen?
We can.
Okay, perfect. So here, just really quick, so just jumping in, thanks everybody that came on here. Sadly, I guess the other people didn't come on, which is fine, but welcome to the second part of the 5-day course. Glad we got everyone here. So as you guys could see, we actually sold at 1777. Well, you guys actually sold at 17.7. I sold at 1777 myself. I don't know where everyone else sold that, but for me myself, I sold right here. And so the trade is so far in profit, which it was really nice the way it happened because it was like an outbreak here. And so that outbreak happened and we seen price go down. And then so that's on the 8-minute, right? Now, once we scroll into the 15-minute, we could see the 1777 line. We could see that. I'm sorry, that was a 30-minute. But we could still see it on the 15-minute. We see it on the hour, right? And we see it on 2-hour as well. So we can see it. Now, when we look at this trend, we're looking at the fact that this is like, let's just say this fib line is the retracement zone. So it hit a few times and it retraced in this area. Okay. But it hit a few times and it retraced in this area. And we see price actually melting right now. What was my take profit again? My take profit was let me see. My take profit was Okay. Where is it? Take profit right here. 1768. So my take profit is around here. Okay. And so this is from where I was at to here. 1768. That's about 80 pips that I'm aiming for. So how many people are up right now? Who's up right now? Press 1. Is everyone in the trade? If you're not in the trade, you could press 2. Almost at 2 got out? Why did you guys get out? If you got out, why did you get out? For what reason did you guys get out of the trade? I was never in it. Oh, okay.
And guys, it's your personal choice because Dimitri is just showing you what he does, but it's your personal choice to get out of a trade or get in the trade. It's your personal choice.
Right, yeah, it is your personal choice. Okay, great. So let's whatchamacallit? Let's get ready to go over some setups. Would you guys would like to go over why I took the trade that I took, or would you guys like to dump into the second part of the lesson really quickly? Just let me know. Go over? Okay, great. So the reason why I bought this, not just aside from the Fibonacci levels that I've been using, but what made me go over this is I sold at 1777 around here. And so what made me go over this is, let me just take this off really quickly. Apologies. Oh, here it is. That's what I was looking for. So maybe sell was the fact that here was price, right? Price was in, we spoke about the daily. Price was in this zone on the daily. So we see this is the highest point. We see this is the lowest point. And then we see this is the second lowest point. So which is near 1761. So I figured that, hey, you know what? Since this is the highest point, 1796 is the highest point that price went, 1797, and this is the second lowest point, 1783, then we know that price is going to more than likely, you know, keep going down because this was the highest point and this is the second highest point. So as long as price stays below the 1797 to 1786 level, you know, we have a clear idea that price will head down. So that's how I kind of make references myself, is I go over and I say, I look at the key level, right? So KRA or KSA, key resistance area or key support area. And this is a KRA, which is a key resistance area, right? This is where price, we want to see price break up to the 1816 because of this specific level, right? That's what I want to see. I want to see price break up to 1816, how it did here in the past. But that was in the beginning of February, right? Now we're in April. So price hasn't been at these particular zones for about a couple of months now, right? So February, March, April, about 2 months, right? Price hasn't been at this zone for 2 months. So if price goes to this new zone here, then it becomes a new price discovery. Well, not necessarily a price discovery, but price recognition, because price recognizes where this zone is at. But the fact that price stayed below this zone and we got more buyers that were trapped and the zone couldn't be broken for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days, that means that price is, price is more than likely going to drop because this is the key resistance area and then this is the key support area of where, you know, my profit is going to be taken. Okay. And so that's how I came up with that zone. I also added in here the auto retracement of Fibonacci.
And so, despite all of that, I took these off and I saw this was the retracement level. And I like to use these levels. You could also take this off, right? So you could also say, you know what, I'm going to take this off and I'm going to use, you could use called fib pivot points.
Hey, Dimitri, can you get rid of the dinging sound?
Yeah, sure. You could get, fib. See, fib pivot points. I believe this is it. You just take this off really quickly. And so, yeah, this is it. These are the areas, right? So this is a resistance area. Like, see how these pivot points are set up? This is resistance 1, resistance 2. This is R3, right? So R3 basically is the key resistance areas of resistance and support. So we can see this is a resistance area, right? This is R1, resistance 1. It stayed below resistance 2. So the P area that's the point of control, right? And then price came to support 1, and now it's going down to support 2, to probably support 3. Another reason why I saw this happening the way that it did is because if we go here to the hour, we could see that this is the OO, right? We see that this is the OO, and price has to break the high or low of the OO, okay? Which is here, right? Which is this level right here. And so as long as price, the next upcoming level, as long as this closes and it opens below this zone, then I could see price hit, I could see price hit around 1767. I could see it hit around this area, which is another 50 pips. Or right here, 1768. I believe that was my main area anyway, but I could see price hit around that area. Where did you guys place your TP? And I'm looking on a higher time frame too. So once I take this off for like the pivots, right, which you can use, I see price moving more down on the daily, right? And the reason why I see that is because look at this, right? This is the trend line of the chart. That's one trend line going up, because if price supports here, then we know, okay, then I know most likely it'll go up. But the fact that there's also a downtrend line lets me know that price could also go down. Not to mention, this was the highest point of the level. This is the second highest point. And during the second highest point, what do you notice? What do you notice right now? Can anybody tell me, what do you notice about this price level? Is there anything that sticks out to you? Let's see. Trying to break, no. What we see is consolidation, right? That's what we see. So we see that this is volume building up. This is an area of an accumulation order where volume is building up and is most likely ready to shoot down near the 1760 area. Could even hit the 1730 area, right? Or 1747 area around this zone, because this is where market structure kind of catches itself. Does that make sense to you guys? Press 1 if that made sense. Right. So like 1759, 1762, that's like areas where I'm like more than likely looking to take profit on. But if those areas are broken from the 1757 level, and the reason why I say this level is because this is a major resistance here, then I could see price going down to 1730. See how that kind of works out? You're trading within the levels. That's how I trade. I trade within like levels and zones. I'm a zone swing consolidation levels trader. But I have different styles. So another different style that we're about to learn today is we're gonna learn time sequence strategy, which is the 00, 12, 17, all these different time frames. So there's a time frame here, which is 12, 00. You guys already know that one. 17, 22 o'clock, 23 o'clock. $1 o'clock, 22 o'clock, 17, 23. Boom. Okay. So this is the level. These are all the time sequences, right? 12 o'clock is at 8 a.m. and it moves about 100 plus to 200 pips. 00 moves about 50 to 100 plus pips. Sometimes could be 250. Sometimes could be more. Sometimes 00 could even be more. It could be plus 100. Okay. 17 can move anywhere from 80 to 100 pips range. 22 sideways. To sideways move. So these are how all of the time frames work, right? And this is when they start. Starts around 8 p.m., which is right now. This is UST time too. UTC time. 17 is around 5 p.m. 22 is around 7 p.m. 6 p.m. 23 is around 7 p.m. Okay. And so these are all the time sequences that there are, right? 12 as at 8 a.m. and then moves about 100 to 200 plus pips. 00 is at 8 p.m. and moves 50 to 100 pips, sometimes 250. 17 is at 5 p.m., moves 80 to 100 pips. 22 o'clock is at 6 sideways movement, 7 sideways movement. So we know if I told you, hey, you go outside, there's going to be a person who is going to there's going to be a person that's going to give you $100 at 8 a.m. You would be there every day, right? Because you know that they're going to give you $100 every day at 8 a.m. That's how I feel about these time sequence strategies. Not to say that every day you do them, you're going to make money 100%, because, you know, if that was the case, everyone would be rich. But it's to say that it is very possible for you to have exponential profit, okay?
And it's 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Right, 8 a.m. Eastern.
What about 17? Doug said, isn't it around 2 p.m.?
I think that's around 5. I can double check. Yeah, I can double check. But we'll double check in a minute.
Hey, Holem, do you know what time that is? The 17 o'clock?
I believe it's 5. Let me see, 17 o'clock. 17 o'clock is 5 p.m. Yep, it's 5 p.m. Which would
5
make
p.m.
sense.
Eastern Standard Time, correct?
Yes.
Guys, these times are all Eastern Standard Times, because he's going off at New York time.
I'm going off of UTC time.
I mean, UTC, I'm sorry.
United Central Time, but you know my time is Eastern. So whatever that time is your time. So let me just jump in there. So everyone understand that? Press 1. Give me 1 second, guys. Just 1 second, please.
Guys, 17 o'clock is 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Oops, sorry, I was mute. Okay. So 12 is 8. Boom. Right. Cool. So awesome. We see prices diving down. And I'm sorry, yes, 1 p.m. Sorry about that. I was thinking 5 p.m. for military time. Because the military time they're like 5 p.m. But no, here, yes, is 1 p.m. our time. Now where was I? Cool. So the 12, we went over all of that. Now I'm going to show you how the 12 o'clock works, okay? So there's different ways to do the 12 o'clock, which is here, right? You see this is the 11 o'clock, so we're going to start at the 11, right? And here's how it works, all right? You want to first, before you do this, you want to analyze price, right? So we see price is at a resistance zone, right? We also see price has support near this area. So we can bet for 12 to go within this parameter, right? Around here. And the reason why we're putting this here, these levels here like this, is because we're trying to catch the range for 12. So 12 can either hit all the way up here or it could hit all the way down here, right? So when you see a setup like this in particular, okay, so this is the 11 o'clock. At 11 o'clock on the close, right? On the close of 11 o'clock, right before the close of 11 o'clock, we're gonna put a 25 pip buy stop and a 25 pip sell stop. Okay, 25 pip buy stop, which is there at 1785. And we're gonna put a 25 pip sell stop under the 11 o'clock. So under the wick of this, 25 pips. Oops, sorry, that's 21. 25. Right? Take profit. Now, my take profit is gonna be 25 pips as well. So, boom. 25 pips is going to be my take profit. 25 pips is going to be my take profit for here too as well. So 1786, 87. 87 should be around where I'm taking profit. Now, look how this plays out. Okay, boom, let's see. Did it hit? It hit, right? Boom. You see 25 pips. This is just, I'm just giving you an example. Right now at hit, I would have been out of the trade because the risk reward on this is amazing, right? Let me explain just to give you an example, because this is a perfect example. Let's say we're losing this trade, right? Max we're gonna lose is 25 pips. You could always change that. You could always put it to your own. So the risk, 25 pips. Reward, 25 pips. Reward. Hey, oh my God, 100 pips plus. Okay. So our risk reward is 25 pips, right? Our risk is 25 pips. Our reward is 25 pips, but our potential award could be 100 pips or more. Okay. So let's say price hits here, right? Let's just say, you know, we're playing devil's advocate. So boom, price hits the 11 o'clock and it goes down, right? It hits the 11 o'clock and it's down. Boom. Let's just say it comes up here, right? Boom, you're like, damn, I'm at 21 pips. So 25 pips didn't hit, whatever. Your 25 pips comes down here and you hit 25 pips. Okay? So your reward is always going to be 25 because it's either going to hit in either direction. It's going to either hit for the buy stop and continue to go, or the sell stop and continue to go down. So for the 12, right? This was the 12. Usually like the 12 o'clock will show you like huge downtrend or uptrend. It closed here and then we had to wait all of this to get for price to hit this level. So 25 pips, right? I'm giving you that example. But price still has potential to go down even more. So in this sense anyway, 12 was a sell, right? So let's just say overall 12, this is how much 12 moves, right? 126 pips, it's moved so far from where it first started. From 12 to where it started, the price ended up dramatically changing, right? Drastically just changing into a sell. And the same thing applies because we'll see it in other setups too as well, right? So let's say this is the 12, right? So this is the 12 right here, which means we need to have a 25 pip buy stop. Okay, so I'm showing you this example. I don't think this one is the best example, but for the most part, because there's different ways you could trade the 12. It doesn't have to be with buy stop or sell stop. There's different ways that you could trade it, but here's how many points that it moves, just so you can see, so you know how to gauge it. Now, here is the 11 o'clock, 25 pips above the 11. That's right here, right? 25 pips above the 11. 22, I'm sorry. 25 pips, okay. And we used to do it 20 pips. Some people still do 20. 25 pips. And then let's see if it hits up. 25 pips. Boom. Comes here. Starts over here, but it didn't break. So 25 pips. 19 points, right? So your 25 pips, you would have taken the L on the buy side, right? So you're out 25 pips. Now here comes the potential profit, right? This is the 11 o'clock, okay? 25 pips here, right? You have your sell order. So now you understand where the order went, but you took 25 pips to lose it, right? Even though you took a 25 pip loss now, you could take over 100 pip gain because now we can say, okay, you know what? This is where the sell order is, right? The next take profit is this level. And so you just gained 66 pips minus your 25, you gain like 50 something pips. So the beautiful thing about this strategy is even when you lose, you can still have a chance to win, right? And that's just on price. That's just on us getting unlucky and price hitting 25 pips for a stop loss. But imagine when we see, okay, the next support is 60 pips or 100 pips or 300 pips. That's how you're able to trade the 12 to your advantage. So even here, yes, price took a L on that loss, but we could say, hey, you know what? The next take profit is here, right? In the middle. And then we could say from the 12, which was here, boom, 72 pips. Does everybody see the beauty in that? Now that's just one 12. Another way to have traded this 12 was you could have just went like this. You could have just looked at what the candle did from the high or low point of view, right? This is a resistance zone. So that's why I like to do 25 pips, because I'm like, 25 pips is the best that we could probably get out of it if we can't get the whole thing. Here, you wouldn't really do 25 pips. You can, but it's too close for comfort. I don't like to do buy stops and sell stops in a resistance zone. I like to wait until there's like another zone that's maybe 50 to 30 or 40 pips, right? Because when you do it into a resistance zone, you might be buying into a resistance, and then price the 12 goes the other way. So the cool part about it is there's different styles for the 12. So you could take this 12, and this is the highest point of the 12. And you could say, okay, I'm going to trade the break of this 12. We already know we're not going to take this because this is a resistance level. So price would have to break this area of 1798. However, price has been here, right below this area. So we know that the 12 will more than likely hit. So we're like, okay, cool. We're not buying 12 here, right? We're not going to buy here, but I just showed you an example of what would happen. We're going to buy probably at the top of this to break out into another zone. So that way we can see new price discovery. But price is more than likely to stay. So boom. So price came up here, and then it started coming down. And then once we know price cross this zone right here, once we see, okay, price cross this zone, done. We could take it right into the next level. Everybody understand that? Understand how that works? Everybody clear on that? Press 1. Fire, right? Fire, right? Okay. Watch this now. That's just for 2 trades. Watch this. 11, 12. Look at this. Check this out. This is the 12, right? This is the close of the 11. Okay? Analyze the chart. Don't just take it. Analyze. Okay, what is price doing? Price is coming here. So we see, what is the pattern? What do you think this pattern is trying to do? Price always talks to us. It always tells us something. Look at it. Consolidation hits the high. Consolidation hits the high. Price is trying to break up for a buy. Notice that we don't see, like, notice on this candle, there's no wick at the bottom, really. There's barely any wick because we see sellers, buyers are more in full control. The wick is telling you the story. The wick is showing you the intention of the move. Buyers wanted to buy, but sellers pushed them down. Buyers wanted to buy, but sellers pushed them down. The whole point is buyers are desperate at this level. That's why we see longer wicks up than longer wicks down, right? So we see who wants to be in control of price, right? Here we have the 11 o'clock, all right? 11 o'clock, we're gonna do buy stop 25 pips above, okay, which is right here. And then take profit 25 pips. This is a good setup because price is at this resistance level, which is fine because it's at the resistance level of 25 pips, I believe, okay? So this is our buy stop, and then 25 pips from that is right here. So even if we buy into this resistance, it's okay because it's not too far away, right? And if you want to be like more on the safe side, you could say, you know, I'm going to buy above this resistance to wait. But then you also might buy above and then it may come down. So that's why it's better to just buy into this. It sounds like I'm contradicting myself, but if it were to be like take profit here, then it would be a different story, right? So it's all about how you do it. Now, we could see the intention of buyers is there. which is fine, right? And then we see the 11 o'clock. $25 pips. Boom, done. Done. That's how fast you made 25 pips. Done. See how quick that was? And look how many points buyers moved from the 11 o'clock. 11, 12, done. 200 points. 200 points. People are like, well, how could I have caught this trade? Okay, well, you could have caught it simply. Right? Look at this zone right here. Right? Look at this support zone. That's one support zone at the bottom. This is another support zone. So we see prices moving higher, right? That's the second support zone. This is the third support zone, right? Then we see, look at the trend line. Price has been down for such a long time, right? Price has been down for such a long time. Boom. Look at that. Next resistance you could do here. But because we know the volatility of the 12 is large, we can take it to this next zone as well. Does everybody see how now you gain a different perspective of the 12? You're like, oh, look at this setup of how it played out, right? The buy stop, sell stop the buy stop would have worked, or you could have just done it like this. This is where there is accumulation, right? We know when there's accumulation, there's going to be volatility. So why would we not trade the 12 during an accumulation stage where volume is building up to burst out in either direction? Does everybody understand that? But you still would have caught 25 pips regardless. Everybody understand that? Okay, let me just kind of scan in the chart. Okay, everybody clear? If you're not clear, you can press 2. If you're clear, press 1. Everybody cool? Okay. I think we should take profit in a bit. This is what, 1769? Yeah, we should have took profit around. I mean, we could still take profit, but let me wait until this candlestick closes. Not clear. Let Leon, you're not clear? What are you not clear about, boss? $17.68. Oh, and lowest it hit was 69. Crazy. Okay, but does everyone understand the 12? Everybody understand? Press 1. All right. So I'm gonna keep a little eye out for price. So boom, look at this 12 right here. This is 11. This is 12. 11 o'clock. Buy stop. $24 pips. I mean, at 24 pips, you can definitely you can definitely get out. If you're manually in. If you're manually in. Okay. Now that's at the 11 o'clock, which was here, right? That would have been your trade on the 11 o'clock. So 11 o'clock, you would have never even got down on the sell. The sell would have never happened. So you would have got 25 pips or 24 pips. And then that would have been the end of the trade. But you can see from the 12, from when it happened, the 11, the 12 never went down, I believe. Let me see. Oh no, it did go down. I'm tripping. Okay, so this is the 11 o'clock. Boom. Boom. So EBU right there, and then 25 pips. I don't think we made 25 pips, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, we did. So you would have won 25 pips on the sell side, and you would have won 25 pips on the buy side. So it would have been on both sides of the trade that you would have won that. Everybody understand? Everybody get it? Oh, I think we should see. This is the 1 minute chart. But we got a small little retrace back for 22 pips, which is normal. Okay. So you always want to look out for the 15 is where you want to look out for your of where price direction starts really turning around. You know what I'm saying? So you want to just keep price at a certain level where you're like, okay, it's getting to 1773, like let me get out. Right? My thing is like right here. I want price to stay below the 1773 area. So after the 2 minute, we're gonna see where price opens versus where it closes. After 2 minutes. Okay. Let's just wait for the close. How many people are up right now? Yeah, these fibs automatically populate. You can just click auto fib and then it just measures it by itself. So off this fib, like this is how the fibs work. So this is gonna close in 1 minute. So I'll see. Okay. So 1 minute left. Everybody understands that 12, right? How many people think that strategy is fire? How many people like that strategy? Press 1. 2 of you don't understand it, but 1 if you think it's fire and you understand it. Okay, a few more minutes, a few more seconds. All 39 of you guys understand? Yay, 10, 9, 8, 6, 7. Boom, there we go. See why patience pays?
Hey, Led. Yeah, you would have to wait until the next night class. We don't have recordings for distribution, just an FYI. That's why Dimitri allows you to repeat the course free of charge bi-weekly, for a limited time. So yeah, you get to hop on the next night course. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, so temporary pullback. Man, my TP was at 1768, right? And so my entry was at 1777. That would be what, 84 points? That's the long term. Long term, I'm really looking at 1750. The only reason why I say that is because of this. Right? This is like this is where like you really see it melt. You know what I'm saying? This is why I say, the higher time frames, the power is in the daily. So even in the daily, I could see 757. I could see that as a possibility because price is consolidating. And so yeah. But as far as the 12 goes, I'm glad everybody understands that. That's great. I mean, you can literally tell which one's a 12 just by looking at the size of the candlestick. Like this one might be a 12. Let's see. Yep, it's a 12. See? And so when I see something like this, which you also learn on the advanced how to take these 12s, is when I see something like this, I see price consolidation and then price dropping. Easy, right? You could have done buy stop, sell stop on this, right? And buy stop would have never worked out because this is the 11 and it would have never went past the buy stop. So your sell stop would have worked out phenomenal, right? You could have said, okay, 11 o'clock, boom, 25 pips. You could have just said right here, 25 pips. And then my take profit, you could say, you know what? I don't even need to put in 25 pips because the next support zone is here, 715. And so price ends up going down and you end up making 90 points. See how that works? Everyone get that? So that's how we do it. To be honest, I'm very happy that we deleted the chat. Just for the sole fact of it's so much easier to focus. There's no noise in the chat. It's great to see people like hyped and excited, but at the same time, it's like, really? So let's look. OO is here. So here's where price is done. This is the OO. So now I'm waiting for price to break the higher low of the OO. Okay, and now we see price approaching that level of 1769. You could see 1759 drop. Okay. Column, this is not the advanced class. This is the whatchamacallit class, 5-day course. So we're seeing price drop. And we're watching the trade tank. Could hit 1765 for all I know. I forgot which take profit I put anyway. 1768, 100. OO. So this is the OO, and it broke. It's breaking the OO. Price is going down. So see that? So at the break of the OO, I usually like to enter at the close, but at the break, you can still get some. I'm gonna post a TP on this. Take profit. Take profit. All right, I'm out of that. Boom, done. Nice 80 pips. Boom. Take profit. Wonderful, guys. All right. Everyone got that? Awesome. That was a pretty awesome trade to watch, right? Profit 245 while at work. Thanks. Hey, you're welcome, man. What else did everyone make? %22 gain. Nice. Okay, so let's move on to the next thing here that we see. Okay, now everyone understands the 12, which is great. Let's move on to the OO. So the OO is pretty much the same as well. You know, just like the 12. Like notice the 12s that do exceptionally well. You can see when you see like wicks pointing down, then you know that the trade is more on the upside. When you see wicks pointing up, then you know it's more on the downside. But sometimes you could see one way or the other, right? You could see wicks pointing up and then it is on the upside, and you can see wicks pointing down and it is on the downside. But nonetheless, even if you have a stop loss, a sell stop here, a sell limit order, a sell pending order for a sell, and then a buy pending order, the buy pending order would have worked out anyway. So you can see always at the 12s, there's always like consolidation and then a breakthrough, but even at the OO, right? So here at 22 o'clock, 23 o'clock, OO, these are the time frames where we see price is consolidating. So 23 o'clock, 22, 21, OO. So price has to break the high or low of the OO, right? This is the OO. It didn't really break the low because this is a support zone. So we would want to sell past here. Now with the buy zone, it's different because there's no resistance until here. Okay, and then you could always look at multiple time frames. So you could say, okay, well, this is the buy zone. I'm going to buy until here, right? And catch 65 pips. But you could also just take this vertical line, put a vertical line right here at the OO, channel in on this part and then say, okay, well, price is moving up, right? This is what price is essentially doing. And this is the break of the resistance. And so we could say, okay, this is the break for the OO, you know, and this is the support here, right? But once price gets here, doesn't mean that we need to necessarily take profit. We could put stop loss and profit as well, or stop loss break even, and then you can trail up to a bigger amount. Because even in here, right, you can be like, boom, right? Look at that. See, now there's no resistance until the next level. So we don't even need to do here. We can say, okay, there's no resistance to the next level. So this is still OO. So OO comes and you know it's bullish. And now you catch 238 pips. Do you understand that? Do you see that, how we can scale into a position like that? Everyone clear on that? Press 1. Press 1 if you see the time sequence. If everyone understands the time sequence strategy. 2 of you don't. Everyone clear? All 37 of you clear? Awesome. So you want to use multiple time frame analysis so that way you can scale in. You can understand a position more clearly while you're in it. Okay. This one in particular, which is current market price here, I could see that this is the OO. So I'm like, you know what? Like price breaking this zone. Once price breaks here, it'll be game over. Even here, if we can get here, we could see price at like 1750 level. Okay, so that's my lesson for today, guys. I gave you an extra 12 minutes too. We're gonna touch up on the 17 reversal, which is something I also use. See that? 16 o'clock, 17, and then price reverses. Look at that. 16 on the green, 17 price reverses. Okay. This one's not so good, but 14, yeah, you want to find 17 at like the top of a resistance in like consolidation. So like right here, it's great 17 because you see, hey, this is a 17. Could it be reversing to the upside? It's most likely reversing to the downside because of the overbought zone here of 200 points. So now we should see 17 turn, and then we can track 17 by looking at the OO. Oh, this is the resistance, so price is gonna probably continue to go down and maybe not break the OO at this point. We don't want to buy into that OO. So this would be our buying point. However, price stayed below this resistance level. It stayed below this resistance level here. So we know our selling point is gonna be more than likely here, and then we could take profit around these areas, right? Like you see that? So then we see the OO, we're like, oh, okay, well, this is great because now I could, the 17 confirmed the reversal, the OO is confirming too. You see that? See how that works? Easy. Okay. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys enjoyed this, please go ahead and drop some love in the 5-day course group, in the GMHQ group. I would really appreciate it.
And drops, yeah, guys. Just, and on the Gold Mines group as well.
Yeah, on the Gold Mines group as well. So thank you very much for all of the love. I appreciate you guys. And that's the way the cookie crumbles.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow. Same time.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.